For the past 280 days, we've had one mission. But first, we must go back to the beginning.
The coronavirus.
It is important to note that the majority of the mission was completed during the COVID-19 pandemic. This meant that we had to adapt to what is normally done in person to become more virtual and viable to do online. Even if the company decided to meet in person, we had to follow strict guidelines set by the CDC in order to make sure that the risk of transmitting COVID-19 was minimalized as much as possible. Our company was tasked to produce two pieces of revolutionary technologies. From the epic highs to the lowest of lows, we as students, as a company, and ultimately as a team have learned skill sets that we will forever endure within ourselves. We are not just a company, we are Avanti Technologies. Hello, my name is Juan Madrid and I am representing Avanti Technologies. Before I get started, I would like to introduce the amazing team that makes up Avanti Technologies. Like I said before, my name is Juan Madrid and I am the media director. I'm in charge of handling Avanti Technologies' side of media along with Jonathan Corvera, James Masakawa, Lorenzo Rios, Daniel Lanza, and Tommy Foe. We often work with our finance team to help fundraise for our projects. On the finance team, we have Christopher Walsh and Catalina Kimsorn. They have worked with our programming team, Paul Manchala, Drew Kane, and Marco De La Torre to create Avanti Technologies' beautiful website. On the manufacturing side of Avanti Technologies is Jorge Gonzalez and Jose Madrid. They will work with our mechanical team to make our ideas a reality. On that team, we have Irene Hahn, Sari Herrera, and Daniel Molinar. We can't forget about our electrical team. That includes Diana Garcia, Alec Monksabal, and Elizabeth Herrera. To make sure our project runs as smooth as possible, we have an amazing systems team. That includes Sofia Mirza and Jorge Garcia. The last but not least of our sub-teams include the outreach team. This team is made up of Chimobi Onwuka and Jaden Asher. The chief scientist for our project is David Toller II. The last person that makes up Avanti Technologies is our project manager, Drew Kawaguchi. Our team was brought together in order to solve a theoretical problem. We are theoretically assigned by the US Navy to create an aquatic robotic system capable of surface warfare and underwater surveillance to help the unmanned surface/subsurface vessel USSV or Seahunter blend in its environment. It has to take shape and swim like a narwhal. The aquatic vehicle will be introduced to the aqueous environment by means of a specialized aerial delivery system, KETA. KETA will deliver the Seahunter to the designated aquatic environment, then land in a neutral area waiting to extract the Seahunter from the aquatic environment. The Seahunter will then submerge and engage in the collection of empirical data through the use of its sensor/comms mast located in the front of the device. If Seahunter is damaged while deployed, it has to power off and swim to the surface, where KETA will have to grab and carry the Seahunter back to a neutral point where it can receive repairs.
Here at Avanti Technologies, we strive for efficiency. Each and every day, our team works diligently to meet deadlines and puts in countless of hours in developing the robot. We are divided into three main sub-teams: electrical, mechanical, programming. We also have additional sub-teams such as outreach, media, publications, manufacturing, and finance. Our mission is to utilize the various talents skill sets of our team to effectively build and develop the new technologies that will solve the problems of the world today. We strive to cultivate new ideas through efficient teamwork and communication. Together, we will push to be the cutting edge of innovative thinking. Our vision is to become the drivers of innovation, the face of new technology, redefining what it means to be the best.
People say the most important thing about a team is the way they collaborate amongst one another to achieve a common goal. Avanti Technologies is no different. Immediately after the details of the mission were released, we began by brainstorming solutions for the underwater/subsurface vessel USSV, the mast, different materials, and the KETA drone. This brought challenging factors such as communication to the team, but it did not stop us from overcoming obstacles. We created virtual groups through the use of different platforms such as Zoom, Discord, and Messenger.
So CDR1 was a presentation saying how we're going to work on the USSD and how the kilo drum is going to work with the USSD.
So the main issue for CDR1, I would kind of attribute to communication. I had a period of time where everyone was doing something, but no one knew what was going on.
The group was also stretched for time, with less than a week to work on CDR1. We did what we could only do for the next 3 days. We got to work.
We had a design team who was able to, who had to research and make their idea and put their ideas in cohesive paragraphs. A portion of our team that was dedicated to CAD modeling. Another team, electrical, they found all the electrical components we had and they put it in a nice map and made a schematic out of thin air.
Then came the day of the CDR1 presentation.
Presentation, I would say, was a pretty big success, which I felt was honestly the most important part of that presentation, making sure everyone understood what our plan was.
After the presentation, we all felt a huge weight being lifted off of our shoulders. As a whole, what are some setbacks that you were faced within the project?
So there's a lot of reassigning work and doing work properly that we have to do in the second, third of our project. But now, however, since we fixed those two first issues, we're actually going smoothly so far. We reorganized our team to make sure everyone is using their skills to the best of their abilities, and ultimately, it's going great.
At specific instances, were there moments where you believed you had to reconstruct your approach to this mission as a whole?
I believe as of right now, we've designed about 3 claw mechanisms, each one with its own unique failures. And so each time that happens, you have to make sure that it's able to engage the USB and actually able to carry its weight and ultimately break the surface tension of the water. Our current design is able to do so, but every time we have to redesign it, it really helped us and made us reevaluate what it means to have a flying object and what it means to have an attached body.
Here at Avanti Technologies, our team uses brainstorming strategies to gather everyone's ideas for the most optimal design. Our goal was to design a covert underwater autonomous vehicle named Seahunter that can detect its surroundings, collect weather data, communicate that data remotely, and engage in combat with another underwater autonomous vehicle. In order to deploy and extract the Seahunter from the combat and research zone, Avanti Technologies will also design a drone named Kita. For our design, the USSV was fashioned as a narwhal, having an artificial pectoral fin that creates a basic flapping motion for stabilization. The mast of the narwhal served as a communications tower between the parts. The tail mechanism used rotary encoders to maneuver underwater. To submerge, we used a syringe system to mimic a narwhal's fins. For the Kita, it was designed as a hexacopter with a carbon fiber chassis. It had a retractable landing gear so it could latch onto the USSV. This past year led to one day, Mission Day. A day to see if all our hard work had finally paid off. A day we would title as Project Seahunter. At the end of the day, despite our best efforts, we encountered many issues preventing us from successfully completing the mission. But nonetheless, we gave it our all.
I think, this online it's tough, it's chaotic, but we made the most out of it, and I think we did an excellent job.